Do you suffer from FOMO? Fear of missing out on your favorite sporting event when you're away from home? With ipVanish VPN, you don't have to worry about streaming content over unsafe or restricted Wi-Fi to watch your favorite events. ipVanish VPN allows you unlimited and secure streams to all your favorite sporting events. Don't let unsafe Wi-Fi and ISP throttling stop you from cheering on your home team or favorite athletes. Get ipVanish VPN now.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the West Ham Network. For your Matchday Live, we are playing Sunderland live at the London Stadium. Anton here, and we'll be doing, of course, the running day commentary for the game. We've got the build-up show. Of course, that's held by Ben and, of course, the newest recruit to the West Ham Network, Connor, all the way from Dublin. So I'm not here alone, and the team news is due to come in. So before I bring Connor in, make sure you do go and check out ipVanish if you are interested potentially in clicking into the game, or maybe you want to watch something, you know what I mean, by checking the QR code there or in the link in the description or the chat. The code is pinned in there. That will give you 83% off the best VPN on the market, ipVanish. But let's bring in Connor. Connor, how you doing, my friend? Are you well?
All good, Anton. Yourself?
I'm very good, mate. Very good. So, lots of news coming out of West Ham. We are literally minutes away from the starting lineup. So we've got a few minutes to discuss. And I'm assuming when Ben comes on, you might discuss it in more detail. Guido Rodriguez heading to Valencia, supposedly. West Ham terminating the contract. Adama Traore, here we go, coming in from Fabrizio Romano, 2 to 3 million quid. What's your thoughts?
Might be kind of, I suppose, sort of controversial, but I'll welcome Adama. You know, he brings that kind of chaos element. He strikes me as a bit of an Antonio style, like, bruiser who will just throw himself about. I can imagine him, oiling himself up on the touchline, 30 minutes to go. Center halves won't like seeing that, So I am excited about him, and I think he can do a job. Guido, who, again, lots of people have had big criticisms of for, I suppose, since signing him, really. He's looked okay the last couple of games. He's come in and looked kind of solid, and I've quite liked him, just to kind of bring that kind of calming element. And I find it curious that we're terminating his contract. Could we not have got $1 million or $2 million for him maybe, and then use that money for Adama? I'm not sure about what was going on behind the scenes, but this leaves us a little bit shyer in the midfield, and I hope we can get some players in there to bolster our midfield, especially if we lose Paquet as well.
Well, what's interesting is what's coming out of some of the news outlet stories this morning is a Phoenix amongst the flames, rising above the flames, and James Ward-Prowse. Is this providing him an opportunity to step back into this squad? We'll probably see in a couple of minutes if he's even included in the squad. What does that mean? Because what we're hearing, I mean, we're not the ITKs, we're just taking the information from out there, that potentially him and Nuno have put a stake in the ground, hit the reset button, and boom, we might have a JWP in the squad today. Hit me with your thoughts.
And think about they've had a long running, I suppose. Since he signed for Forest, he was completely cast adrift. And then obviously when Nuno came in, obviously JWP was starting, or at least the matchday squads for most of our games, and then straight away he was gone. And lots of people were calling for that, and we're happy to see him gone. I think he's a great professional, and I don't necessarily think that he should start games, but like we're talking about Adama a couple of moments ago, 20 minutes to go, his crosses, his corner, his delivery, he might even get a direct free kick to equal Beckham's record. Who knows? It wouldn't be the worst option to have. What do you think?
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. I think when you look at Andy Irving, Guido Rodriguez, I know Ben's really passionate about the James Ward-Prowse. Ben's about to come in a second and discuss maybe why he could add something to West Ham. Sorry for spoiling what you're about to do, Ben, but I think it's an option, and it's actually a decent option. What I'll do is, I think the team news is in. Let me just quickly bring this to you. So Ward-Prowse is on the bench.
Wow.
There you go. And West Ham look like they've gone unchanged. So Areola, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Mavropanos, Scarles, Souček, Fernandez, Bowen, Somerville, Pablo, and Tati. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Ben and Connor to take us through the pre-match show. I'll come back at some point later on if that's all right.
Thanks,
and I'll see you soon, Connor.
How we doing, Connor?
Not too bad, Ben. Yourself?
Yeah, just bit of a rush back from ballet.
Was it your own ballet or?
No, I don't fit in my leotard anymore. No, my daughter's got like a dance show coming up, so it's like all hands on deck. But they're really great at ballet, the teachers, but they're not so good at telling the time, which is a.
So you're in a scramble.
Yeah.
What do you think of the team?
Have we got the lineup out?
I think it's unchanged.
Ward-Prowse on the bench, didn't they?
That was the big call. I hear you got a bit of a take on Ward-Prowse, which I'd love to hear. But unchanged as mentioned. I'm just kind of
looking at it from like a tactical standpoint, and I'm not saying that I am a fan of James Ward-Prowse because what we've seen from him so far hasn't been great. But I always kind of look at it: is he better than Speedo Guido? You know, not even is he better. Is he any worse? You know, I mean, they're both slow.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's what he offers that gets me. So, what I was looking at is tactically, if we're going to beat Sunderland, because last time we played them, we got it all wrong.
Yeah,
tactically, and I think most of our play. I mean, I can't say the number off the top of my head, but I'm going to go with about 80% of our passing since Nuno come in has been from long balls.
Yeah.
So I think that Sunderland's pivot, their midfield pivot, is going to drop off and kind of close those passing lanes, those long ball lanes, which is going to leave us kind of shit in the bed a bit, not really knowing what to do, because it seems, this is my argument I keep on bringing up, is not having that plan B. So I think that could be a problem. But with James Ward-Prowse's ability with the pass, if we do have to play through midfield, if we get sussed out early on and we have to go through the centre of the park, then I think James Ward-Prowse is a great player to have on the bench, because that kind of gives us that plan B.
Yeah,
it can be like a reactionary or a proactive substitution. I know Nuno's not really a fan of proactiveness, but I mean, if we one of the things I look at is if we go 1-0 down early on, that stadium's going to turn, and Nuno's going to need to do something to turn it around quick. But I do think, you know, we need to win the set piece battle. Tati loves a header. Pablo's not bad with his head either. So if we can do that, I think we're on to a winner there.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like last week as well. If we can get that early goal, like Sunderland they're no joke. They're a proper team, but they're not great on the road. I think their record is not a million miles from where we are on the road. So if we can get an early goal and settle ourselves, and God forbid keep a clean sheet, if that could be possible. So I think the early stages will be crucial. I think, what happens in the midfield will be crucial as well. Looks like Juve is on the bench now as well, I just see, which is good.
Yeah. I don't know how tired he is, but I would have been tempted to start him.
Yeah. It looked like there was plenty. I was following him. I was trying to suss out whether he was going to be in a fit state to start. Like, there's plenty of celebrations, but I presume he wasn't there. There definitely wouldn't be any boozing involved. So you would have thought maybe, and he's played as much football as maybe, our team has, I suppose. So, hopefully he can come on. I suppose maybe they're looking at Scarles is a better defender, maybe, compared to Diouf going forward. I think and Scarles has played well since Fulham.
I think we won that game against Tottenham in attack.
Yeah.
We didn't win in defence. We're so bad defensively. That's what worries me about these games, is that we keep on soaking up pressure, and we're asking the wrong questions of the wrong people. We really need to be on that front foot. So I would be more inclined to start Diouf and just go on the front foot.
Yeah.
And if he hasn't got the full 90 in him, I'd rather see us get an early goal and start growing into the game than defend for 80 minutes and try and snatch one in the last 10.
Yeah. And I think, and I presume he'll come in, after this week when he's, got a bit more training under his belt. I think he can strike up a good balance, good partnership with the likes of Tati. Like Tati likes a header. I think if he can sling a few balls, and we saw what happened when Somerville against QPR delivered the ball to Tati. He was unlucky, just didn't sort himself out at the weekend at the far post. But I think if we could have Diouf slinging in a few balls, that'd be obviously music to my ears anyway. And the aforementioned James Ward-Prowse, like if he could be, if we're in need a goal or if it's level with a few minutes to go or whatever it might be, 20 minutes, slinging a few balls on heads would be nice. Wilson's an option off the bench as well. He might get his big toe on a ball as well, a bit of a scramble. So the good thing is we have a few options, because a lot of the time you might look at the bench and be like, how do we change this game? But now I think we've got a couple of players in there. And when we bring Adama in as well, we'll have another option in there.
That is big news. Have you seen that? Sorry, mate.
No Xhaka.
No Xhaka in their squad. That is big
What happened
news.
there?
I've got to admit, I haven't actually looked at the Sunderland lineup.
That is huge.
Yeah, there we go. That is massive. That is, because that kind of takes away some of that midfield pivot that I was talking about that will force us to play down the middle. That really is the best bit of team news I've seen, to be honest.
He's not even on the bench. He must be injured.
Yeah, maybe he's kicking off like Paqueta. Looks like team is unchanged.
Things are going so well for them. You would have thought, he's happy as Larry, captain the whole shebang.
Oh, you never know. I mean, he's probably picked up a knock. He's probably picked up a knock. I've got to assume there's something happened there. Let's just run through some of these comments quickly.
Yeah.
Evening from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Have a good show, lads. Cheers, mate. I bet it's a lot warmer down there than it is here. Afternoon, Ricky. Afternoon, Billy. Tobes in the house. It is the hope that kills you, mate. Trouble with Nuno. We score early, defends the rest of the game. We defend. Yeah, and this is what I was kind of saying in our group the other day on WhatsApp, wasn't it, against Tottenham. We dominate games when we're attacking, and then when we sit back, we look weak and vulnerable. Like, I know he's a defensive coach, and this kind of more plays towards the fucking tone deaf people running the club. Is that when we said we wanted Moyes out, we didn't say we wanted another defensive negative manager in Lopetegui. And when we said we wanted Lopetegui out, we didn't say we wanted the Chelsea cast-off Graham Potter. And now we're into another defensive coach. And we've been promised attacking football, attractive attacking football. That's all we wanted, was attacking football. It wasn't about what Moyes could or couldn't do. It was just negative. Losing 6-0 to Arsenal, getting pumped by teams all the time. And the board decided, they translated our anger at the style of football as, let's bring in Lopetegui. Fantastic. But now we see it. We've got a defensive coach who doesn't. This is why I'm almost kind of, if Nuno was to get sacked, and I'm not saying I want him sacked, but if Nuno was to get sacked and we were to bring in a more progressive manager, even if it's just for a couple of weeks, if we had brought in Michael Carrick, or if we even Bilic, I would have felt like they would have noticed. They're not as especially Bilic. He's not as stubborn. He would have looked at it and gone, do you know what? We are shocking in defence. We need to be attacking teams. And I don't care if we lose 5-4, but give me something to cheer about. Give me something, like going down 3-0 to Wolves the other week. If you've got a defensive coach, you shouldn't be losing 3-0, especially not to a team like Wolves. So if we had have lost that game 3-2, it wouldn't have felt as difficult for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but what's your opinions on that?
Oh, I completely echo your opinions entirely. That's just been the case of the season. I think we're talking about last week as well. As the amount of games where we have been leading up at half time, or we've been in winning positions and thrown away points, and we've just sat deep. Like, there's going to be periods of the time where you're going to have to, have your backs to the wall. But we just just go deeper and deeper and deeper, and it feels inevitable that we do concede. Like, there was the period against Spurs where it felt inevitable where that goal came, and we were like, that first half we could have gone in at halftime 3-4 up. Realistically, we didn't take our chances, and if we'd have kicked on in the second half and continued to play the same way, we could have got that second goal and made things a bit more comfortable. And there's countless examples of it. The Brentford game, which was one of the hardest watches of all time, we just literally sat deep the entire game and literally didn't have the ball in their half. It barely felt like. Second half Bournemouth, where there was strange substitutions being made just after half time, where it was like maybe 50 minutes there were changes made.
So negative.
It just seems a strange one. So I think, as you say, we can't defend. Like, we've been crying out for a centre half all transfer window. Where I'm happy we're starting Dinos and Todibo, to be perfectly honest, because Kilman's been a complete liability. They look the solidest pairing we've got, but we can't rely on them. We know there's a mistake in both of them, and we can't just say we've got a 1-0 lead. Like, if it's halftime and we go 1-0 up, like, I have no faith in the second half that we can keep a clean sheet. We need to get that second goal. Like it was last week, we got out of jail a little bit. We got that last minute goal, but I don't want to be feeling the same way. I think if we can go get the early goal, which we just mentioned, and then kick on and get the second goal, then you'll feel an awful lot more comfortable. Because I think going back to, and this is, relitigating old results, but the Nottingham Forest game, if that Somerville goal had stood, I think we would have won that game comfortably. Getting that 2-0 lead, getting that bit of buffer is huge. And if we can get that a bit of, now we're talking about going 2-0 up against Sunderland, I might be considered pie in the sky, thinking, but if we can get it, if we can kick on after getting a goal, I think, we can hold out. But yeah, it's just that negative element that kicks in.
It's one of them things. Like, this is what I never understand. Like, I always look at some managers, and I think to myself, you do this for a living. How can you not see what's going on? Like, it can't be as simple as you and me kind of sitting here going, we're terrible in defence, and then Nuno's just like, we're fine, we're absolutely fine, there's nothing wrong with it. But it can't be that. There must be some reason why he cannot just say, do you know what? Even against Wolves, we're 1-0 down against the team bottom of the Premier League. Just fucking go for it. Stop defending. Just go for it. We can't lose to this lot. When we were against Bournemouth, 2-0 up, why didn't we put them to the sword? Why would you not? If you were a football manager, confidence is sometimes more important than ability.
Yeah.
So if you've got a chance to go and wallop a team, and it could, if we had carried on, we could have scored more goals against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You've got that opportunity to kind of get a bit of confidence and kind of puff your chest out a bit and go, I told you, lads, this is going to work. Why would you not go? Why would you just not kick on? Like, for me, and I'd probably take West Ham down. I probably would. But we go down swinging, I'm telling you. It would be hit for hit. It would be hit for hit. Old school, Alex Ferguson, if we can't defend against you, we're going to outscore you. We spent £50 million on two strikers that most of us know nothing about. I want to see him fucking do something. And we're not going to do that by sitting in the lowest block you've ever seen in the Premier League, like the filth. Sometimes it looks like we've got 5 men in goal. It's just filth.
Yeah, I think confidence as well probably plays a big role in it as well. Like how important points are. Like, I just think like you'll naturally probably will kind of back off. And it's the coach's job to not, literally make it like compound that by sitting deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm speaking as an Irish fan, watching our international team. Whenever we get a lead, like, it's just like immediate backs to the wall, like, and it's painful and stressful to watch, like, so I just think there's an element of confidence there, but it obviously, it comes from the coach, like, we see at halftime that Bournemouth game is the point where I think there was a few strange substitutions around the 50-minute mark or something like that. And yeah, like I honestly at halftime I was like, I think we'll be lucky to win this game, and we were lucky to win it in the end. Yeah. There was a wild wind as well. I remember the ball was just swirling around like crazy. But I see Kieran has said that 2-0 and Anglia. Good man. Our first clean sheet, yeah, since forever. Yeah, so yeah, like if we can get, we're due one, Kieran, yeah. We're due one, and yeah. Like it feels like it's been forever. It was Nottingham Forest, wasn't it? The 3-0 game.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗧 is going straight into the under-21s. I think he's in pre-season mode. I think he's going to be good for us, but he's a project. He's not been brought for the first team. Love to see Pablo and Somerville score today. I'd love to see fucking anyone score today. I couldn't care less if it bounces off 6 defenders and goes in. That was me. Mandy afternoon, 1-1. Yeah, our strengths are not defending. Exactly. Now there's 3 of us here agreeing. 2-0, our first clean sheet forever. Yep. James, good morning, mate. Arizona, Texas. Again, I bet it's warmer out there. 𝗪𝗓𝗙𝗄 2-1. I hope so, mate. Hammers being back this morning. 5-4. Sunderland have moved in. Yeah,
I noticed that. Yeah, we've shortened in a big way.
And this backs up my point. Like, from a psychological point, motivation is great. Like, I always had this thing about football players, attitude over ability. And it's the same with anyone, because if you go into a new job and you've got no clue, if you've got the right attitude, you'll pick it up. You'll get there eventually. If you don't have the ability, you can like, ability can be taught. But if you've got bad attitude, there's no point in having you. And that's why I think this cloud of 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃 being lifted is really helping, because his attitude is disgusting. The amount of times you see his head go down and stuff. And I just feel like these boys can go into it today and think, we beat Sunderland, or we beat Tottenham last week. We can do Sunderland. All their players have been out of the AFCONs. Yeah, you know, most of their squad, and they've kind of, their goals have dried up recently away from home. I mean, just a little like historic fact, as our all-time record against Sunderland is 36 wins, 32 losses, and 25 draws. And our biggest ever top flight, not Premier League, but top flight win, was against Sunderland. It was 8-0, and Sir Geoff Hurst scored 2 hat-tricks in that game. Oh, yeah, we've got Alf coming in now.
Hello.
Can you hear us, mate?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. No worries.
You all right?
Yeah, you all right?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, mate.
Yeah, good. Thanks. I just thought I'd just show you a bit of the walk to the stadium. There's quite a few, actually. Loads of fans early doors here. Quite a strong presence of Sunderland fans as well. Yeah, interesting news on the bench. I see Jens is there.
And have you seen that Xhaka's not playing as well? Xhaka's not even in the squad for Sunderland.
Yeah. So interesting game ahead, I think, for us. I feel quietly optimistic. I don't know why. I feel quietly optimistic. But yeah, I think we've got a nice balance on the side. You know, if we play like we did last week and have the same kind of commitment, I think we could, hopefully do a number on them. But, you know, they're a good side, Sunderland. I think they're a battling side as well. But anyway, yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult, isn't it? Because we've obviously got a lot of confidence after last week, but Sunderland are no mugs.
Yeah, sorry, I keep on losing you.
That's all right. Signal
I'm not
around
sure
there
if it's
is
a bad signal I've got here as well.
Signal around there is terrible, isn't it, on a match day? We've lost him.
We've lost Alf.
Right, give me 1 second. Let me try and fix this. There we go.
Yeah, my big head was the back of the screen there.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out.
No one wants to see that.
This is where we need Russ.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Alf's back. The problem is,
he's showing us the stadium. It looks like.
I don't think he can hear us when we're when
Yeah,
we're off screen.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. But anyway, all right. Well, I thought I'd try and do that. Probably the tech isn't working very well. But anyway, listen. Let's see how far we go, and hopefully we'll get a win today. So I'm feeling quietly optimistic. Sunderland are a decent team, no doubt. Interesting about James Ward-Prowse. Rodriguez is gone. Guido's gone, hasn't he? Akata's still not featuring. I'm not sure if we'll ever see him in a West Ham shirt again, to be quite honest with you. But, all we can say is up the hammers. See you again. Bye now.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks a lot, mate.
Yeah,
it's a strange one. It looked buzzing over there as well today, to be fair. A lot of people getting there early. Thoughts on, I don't think it's a bad thing. Ward-Prowse on the bench, that's a shock. Early lead will shut up shop and struggle. That's Nuno's way. That is the worst way we could play. It's so negative as well, and I feel for anyone who goes to the stadium and has to watch that. Like, it will just be painful. There we go. Xhaka out with an ankle injury. Thank fuck for training injuries.
Yeah, that's a huge one for us. Yeah, that could be the difference,
Yeah, that could be a massive difference for us, to be fair. Our biggest ever top flight win, Jeff Hurst, 6 goals in one game. Could do with that today, couldn't we?
Absolutely, yeah. I would take, as you said, in off someone's backside, happy days. I take anyone to score at all, I would be happy with. It would be great for the likes of Tati, Pablo, either of them to get a goal, like get a Premier League goal. I just want to see Somerville in the first, like he was in the first half against Spurs. I want to see that Somerville again. Like, he's turned up in the last 2 games. If he can put in a performance like that, like, he's so hard to deal with, like he is just direct. He's so quick. If he can get his head up, get a few balls in, pick the right option, that could be a huge weapon for us for the rest of the season.
We need to increase our. I was looking at the stats overall the other day because, as you know, some people know as well. I do like the breakdown where I look at the stats after each game, and I've been looking at the stats as a bigger picture because our aerial win percentage is so poor. But it looks to me like that is because our attack is all focused on long balls, and Bowen and Somerville aren't that good at picking up them long balls.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to play kind of one central defensive midfielder and let one kind of sit a bit further up the pitch, kind of just behind the central attacking midfielder, to win those balls and flick on. But also, our crossing has been terrible. But it's because we're not crossing that much. And I don't know whether that's because we've had no one to aim at or what, but we certainly haven't got that excuse anymore. I do think that we'll be all right. I think I've watched a couple of your shows actually. Connor, the Irishman.
Yeah.
And then me, the shit talker. But yeah, we've He's in Australia. Yeah, watch out for them sharks. 2 attacks in 48 hours the other day, in Australia. 2 shark attacks. Crazy. It's one of them things. We also, we share a bit of we got a bit of history with Sunderland. Jermaine Defoe, obviously, he obviously broke out of us and then kind of really became a cult hero at Sunderland. And then you've got the man himself, Paulo Di Canio, who was obviously their manager, and obviously Pablo was a disastrous man. Paulo Di Canio's managerial career was disastrous. I'd love to see it though for one game, just one game.
Absolute carnage, an absolute head the ball,
Oh, imagine him managing our current players going in at half time. Or imagine him being the gaffer after losing 3-0 to Wolves.
But the halftime at Wolves, like that would have been, he would have taken lumps out of them, like.
Mate, it would have been unreal. Which, speaking of which, I hear that I understand that Nuno's a bit of a chain smoker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bit of a Sarri type individual.
I always think when I see him on the touchline when we're losing, I always think, fucking hell, he looks like he needs a fag.
He does.
He looks like he needs a fag and a beer.
He puts that kind of figure, doesn't he? That kind of dejected, like, you know, lad. Just you can imagine just puffing on a fag, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Sarri's given up the smokes, though. I've heard.
Sarri, fucking hell, and he does go as well.
Yeah, he was doing like 100 a day. Like, apparently, he's knocking it on the head. You know, not that I follow him that closely. I just saw it somewhere. I was like, fair play to him.
When he was the Chelsea manager, I was down there. We were playing Chelsea away once, and he walked past us. We were trying to catch some of the players before the game. He walked past us, and he honestly smelt like a 90-year-old woman that had been in a caravan for the weekend, just sparking up one after another.
Yeah.
Like he just smelt like an ashtray. It was unreal.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. So.
Obviously, we've got Big Sam promoted us and saved Sunderland. And then we've also got the other main man, David Moyes, who TalkSport and Sky Sports would have us believe is the best thing since sliced bread, and that we.
I know. I just can't. That narrative just drives me mad because they just completely erase all of the like apocalyptic games. Like I was at the 6-0 at Arsenal. I was at a few more that were just like we would just get absolutely blown away. And the Conference League, which was great, and you talked about it earlier. Like the style of football, we just wanted a bit of a better brand of football. We weren't saying that, you know, Moyes is shit or he's a spent, you know, force. He could do a job at another team, and he's done it, obviously, as we can see. But it just that narrative of just kind of erasing all the bad and looking at the good is just ridiculous. You know, it doesn't. Any West Ham fan knows what the Moyes tenure was done. Everyone knows that by the end of it, and it's just you keep hearing it play back and play back. Be careful, you know, beware, you know what, you know, mind what you wish for and all that kind of stuff. You know, just yeah.
But then I heard this absolutely deluded Tottenham supporter on TalkSport last weekend. It was last Sunday morning, and they were talking about getting rid of Thomas Frank, and he was saying, "Oh, you know, we just want the Tottenham way. We just want the Tottenham way." And the presenters of the show were just like, "Oh yeah, you know, Tottenham are better than that." I was thinking, fuck off. Every time we talk about the West Ham way in the media, we get goaded and we get the piss taken out.
Taking the piss out of completely.
Yeah. But the Tottenham supporter goes on and they're like, yeah, I understand. No, right? When we won the Europa Conference League, we were punching above our weight. We had a chance to invest. We didn't. We're now back where we normally are, you know, struggling. Tottenham are shit. They've always been shit. It doesn't matter how you polish the turd, put it in the biggest stadium in the world. It's, you know, they're still a shit team with high ambitions. That, again, is down to the board. They've got poor recruitment. I don't feel sorry for Tottenham because they're Tottenham. But at the same time, it's just another case of a football club being run for profit. When I look at West Ham, I look at our board and I look at David Sullivan and I literally see a fucking council estate landlord whose window is smashed, and instead of replaced it, he'll come around and whack a bit of cardboard up in the window because he don't want to spend any money on it, or just paint over an old plug socket so that he hasn't got to remove it and fill the wall in or something. He literally, like, he couldn't care less. And I do think that if we had a different owner, they would have seen it weren't about David Moyes. It wasn't even about the 6-0 loss to Arsenal. It was a problem. It wasn't about us going out the Conference League, the Europa League. You know, we could have beaten Bayern Leverkusen if we had gone on the front foot, but he was negative. He had no bollocks, and it just translated into the team. And that's why I think we're in the situation we're in at the moment, is because some of those players have got no bollocks. They don't want to pick the game up and go for it. And he used to come off the pitch and be like, well, you know, we take some positives from the game. Where? We lost 6-0. Where are the positives? And that was the thing, is that they don't understand in the media. We're not saying, oh yeah, Moyes out because we don't like him or because we're not grateful for the success. He handled the ball really well, but we wanted more attacking football. And you know, sometimes it's difficult. You look at last season, the end of last season, Daniel Farke nearly lost his job at Leeds because the Leeds supporters didn't think he had the bottle to stay in the Premier League. And then a couple of months ago, he was on the chopping block as well because they thought he couldn't change things around. Now he has changed things around. That's a manager admitting his mistakes and changing things around. That's what Nuno needs to do to survive here. That's what we need to survive. That's all David Moyes had to do, was just try.
Yeah, and like if you look at Leeds, like, you know, they just changed their formation, like they started throwing two up top, and their fortunes have changed massively. Like, I think like if we could play Pablo and Taddy side by side, that what I think would help us an awful lot. Going back to your earlier point about like we don't cross the ball. Like when we look at the team as it is on screen here, like you got Bowen, who, you know, we all love Bowen. Let's not get it twisted, but like he will always want to cut inside. Somerville equally will look to cut inside. So you're kind of going down that central channel as opposed to whipping balls in. And that's where the likes of Diouf, you know, coming in from the left wing, flinging the ball in. Wan-Bissaka, who I know got a lot of criticism at United for his attacking prowess not being great. I think he's done pretty well from an attacking perspective. So we're relying an awful lot on those two to provide that kind of crossing whip, because there's no other kind of avenue for it. But if we could just, you know, I suppose, get a few more crosses in the box from the Bowens of this world, Somervilles, and have Taddy and Pablo up there causing a bit of chaos, a bit of mayhem. Like, you know, we'll take any goal, as we said, like, you know, earlier, like off anyone's arse. You know, it worked for us last week. We flung a ball into the box with a minute or so to go, bit of a scramble and a toe in. If we can do that a bit more and from open play, you know what? I think those two will throw themselves about. They'll probably give away a few free kicks, but like Pablo and Taddy will definitely throw themselves about. They'll put a shift in, and if we need it as well, you know, JWP, Wilson on the bench, like I just think that crosses could be a good avenue for us.
The other thing is not even necessarily crosses, because Bowen and Somerville are similar in their play style, in that they'll pick the ball up, run down the wing, and then cut inside, open the shot up, and then take the shot. It's that having that. A lot of people will talk about Wilson's goal last week. It was scrappy. I could have poked it in. It fell to him. You've got to have the instinct to be in that position at that time, and that's what I'm hoping Pablo and Tati bring. Bowen and Somerville have pinged balls in this season that have gone wayward. They've taken bounces. It just causes chaos. If you've got a forward who has instinct, they'll be in the position to pick that up. And I guarantee you, at some point this season, you will see Tati score a goal from a deflected shot of Bowen or Somerville. I mean, I'd feel fucking fantastic if he goes and does it today now. But that is where we're going to see those strikers. They're not... You know, they can pick up the ball and run, but a striker isn't just about running at defenses and slotting the ball in. It's about being in the right place at the right time. And that's why you see some players are better than others. And Wilson is that kind of instinctive striker. He knows where to be. He was on that keeper. And, you know, I even thought it was going to be disallowed. He was right on him. He knew exactly where he needed to be. And, you know, that Vicario has been a bottle job this season. So he knew exactly what he was doing. So I won't have anything from anyone saying it was just a tap in.
Yeah, no, it's the thing is he's a proven, you know, Premier League goal scorer. Like, you know, he's the kind of person that will just know where to be and get his big toe in it. It was great. Like I don't know how many goals he's got now this season, but like he's, you know, I'm so glad we kept him after the game. And speaking of keeping him, I think if we win today, and again, I think, you know, we might be getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, but if we win today, I can see a few more, you know, signings, you know, over the course of the next week. Obviously, we'll get Adama in, Guido will go, Paqueta will possibly go if they can stump up a few more quid. and we'll give it a right good go. But I think if we win today, it'll play a huge role in whether we do get more players in the window.
He's scored 5, by the way, this season.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to throw it out there and be proven wrong, but that sounds about right.
We got 1 against Forest, 1 against Burnley, 2 against Bournemouth, 1 against Tottenham. And that's not bad when you consider he's not played that many minutes. I'll have to look at what that gives us in terms of his goals per 90. It must actually be pretty good. He's only played 163 minutes, so 5 goals in 163 minutes. Sorry, no, 815. Yeah. But yeah, he's one of them players who we can't afford to let go. And I do think if we were to bring in 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗘, I think he'd be another option. Like we were saying earlier, it's nice to have options off the bench. I'm not saying bring him in and take Bowen out of the team. I'm not saying bring him in and take anyone out of the team. I'm just saying that we're very predictable, and we sometimes it's better to just have the change.
Yeah.
It's one of them. It's one of them things. I know that some people will disagree with me, but it's always better to have experienced options. And he is that Antonio build. He will just bulldoze players. He's got no end product, but even if he's just hitting a low drilled box into the area again, it will ping around and Tatty will get on the end of it. He'll find it.
That's exactly what that's what I'm after. Like just a kind of a chaos element. Like, Antonio was that. I know he went through his his purple patches where he would, finish a few chances, but been able to just be that kind of physical presence, just throw himself about a bit. Like I think that, as you say, whack it at the goals and see what happens. Like you might get a rebound, you might get a deflection, you might get whatever, and just that physical presence, I think, will be an asset to us moving forward for sure. I think he's been our so the best buy. I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Wilson's been our best buy.
Wilson has.
Yeah.
We got this one here. What do you think the plan is if we lose, considering we got Chelsea next?
I think, look, obviously, we don't want to be in a position where, we lose today. That would be, a bit of not a disaster, but it would be pretty shit. Chelsea are in a funny position right now. Like, obviously, they got Lemar Senior in. I've seen this clip, like the man ager, as he was calling himself. I age men. Like Dave obviously have him. There's a bit like they got a fluke. Well, they got a fluky 1-0 win against some no marks in the Champions League during the week, and you hear like the likes of Palmer wanting to go back to the north, and there just seems to be a bit of an unsettling, new manager in. I just Chelsea don't feel me with I don't fear Chelsea. I know they gave us a good beating earlier in the season, after Paqueta's goal, but I think we can. I wouldn't think we have a 0% chance against Chelsea. What do you think?
I think if we lose today, I don't want to see any defence against Chelsea. I don't want to see any defending. If we lose today, I want to see a gun squad. I want to see attack, go down swinging. I can't watch us slowly limp down the league. I can't. I just can't. I'd sooner see us score 5 goals and concede 6 every. I can't see us losing 1-0, 2-0 without scoring. If we haven't kept a clean sheet in 17 games or something, I can't even remember how many games it is, but if we haven't kept a sheet in so many games, clean sheet in so many games, why are we trying to keep one?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Just focus on the basics. Score goals. 50 million on 2 strikers. Use them.
I think today will play such a massive role. I know we can probably say this about every game, but I think today will play a huge role in just the kind of overall confidence of the team. It'll be 2 wins the bounce the Premier League, 3 wins overall. We'll go into that Chelsea game bouncing. So I think that, and then as mentioned, Senior and a bit of unsettledness in the squad and their poor enough performance during the week. Like, but obviously the other side of the coin is, we lose today and just the morale is on the floor again because, one swallow doesn't make a summer. Like, beating Spurs, will probably, it'll pale into insignificance if we lose today. And anyway, let's not try and focus on losing today, but I really hope we get it. We get, I would say at least a point.
We got this from Michael. We got this from Michael, which I kind of agree with. I mean, some teams are capable of defending strikers, but 100%, you've seen it with Leeds. Play 2 up top. Yeah. Like, teams don't expect it anymore. No. A lot of people say like the 4-4-2 has kind of gone at like the game's moved on too far from 4-4-2, but long throws. Tony Pulis was doing that, and we were all saying, "Oh, the game's moved on from long throws, long balls." Playing defensive football. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal are basically prime Stoke with a decent line. It's ridiculous when you see some of these comparisons people are saying about tactics. Playing one up front. There's teams in Europe playing without strikers. I don't understand it. I can't get on board with it. If you can't score goals, put 2 strikers up top. I'd give it a go. I would give it a go.
I agree. And I was listening to Ken Early is an Irish journalist, and he was going through like all the teams this year and how many times they've reverted to at any point in the game having 2 up top, and the numbers are minuscule outside of Leeds in recent weeks. And I completely agreed that teams don't and aren't familiar with playing that way or defending against 2 strikers. So like I think we have the options there, and like we could just throw the 2 lads up top and see how it goes. Like the options are there. We obviously got Wilson as well, so I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think 2 up top makes a whole pile of sense, and you might catch out a few defenders as well.
Yeah, exactly. And this is exactly my point here. I'd rather we go out kicking and screaming if we're relegated than whimper all out attack and scare other teams. Yeah, 100%. Just start battering everyone. Just everyone, and not even just scoring goals. Hurt everyone. End careers. Ruin the Premier League for everyone else. Just fucking do something. And I love this. I love this as well. Look, beat Sunderland, draw with Chelsea, and beat Burnley. That's it.
Well, we just need to go on a run. Like, a run in the way the league is set up this year. Like, any team that goes in a run of a couple of wins, they'll be catapulted up the table. Like, if you're in 14th, few wins, you're in the Champions League places nearly. If we can put a run together of a couple of draws, a couple of wins. I know, again, we're probably getting carried away, but we'd be flying it. And I obviously look at Nottingham Forest, and I keep tabs on them, and they obviously got the draw last week, but like they had a disastrous result during the week where a missed penalty, and 50 odd seconds later Braga were up the other end and there was an own goal and they won. If they see us winning today, they're away to Brentford tomorrow, they'll be shitting themselves.
Yeah,
and
they will.
Other teams will be shitting themselves too. If they see, geez, West Ham put back-to-back wins together in the Premier League, what the fuck? It'll be a bit like what happened with Leeds a few weeks back, or we're like, Jesus Christ, Leeds we thought Leeds we could reel them in. They just then fucking what's his face, Calvert-Lewin, turns into Ronaldo and starts banging in goals for fun, but yeah, I think just win today, and Chelsea and Burnley, they might look after themselves because their confidence will be so high,
Yeah, and do you know what? That's what we need as well. That's what we need as well, is that we got that confidence from beating Tottenham. It could have come against anyone. But it's Tottenham. It'll ignite the season.
Yeah.
It's going to be... Look, if we go out today and we play negative, boring, crap football, then I'm not going to be happy, And we got here, Nuno's last clean sheet was 24 games ago at Forest. Would you not expect to see more clean sheets from a defensive manager?
Yeah, it is. I suppose it's just personnel. Like we've gotten a bit better from corners. Maybe is that the big plus that we've seen in recent times? But we still are conceding from them. It is wild though that we haven't kept a clean sheet on. We haven't kept one. Yeah, we haven't kept a clean sheet on Nuno, which is insane.
We are so lucky that Areola has turned into prime Buffon this season.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like honestly, he was out the door. Mads was in. Mads threw a few in. We had to bring Areola in, and he's been great. And that's why I'm just getting kind of frustrated by it's quieting down a little bit. But all this goalkeeper searching, it's like I've seen it in the comments as well. Like we need like center. We need defenders. But yeah, I wouldn't be looking at Areola like. He's been great. Like there's been a few. He's made mistakes. Like every keeper is going to make mistakes. He made a few mistakes, but more often than not. And I don't know how many points he saved us. We talked about the Bournemouth game earlier. Like we were getting annihilated by the end of that game, and he kept us in with some amazing saves. So, yeah, he's been great, and yeah, I wouldn't be questioning his position anytime soon.
It's one of them things as well, is that like last season he looked sure to be going out the door, and this is kind of where I kind of my biggest worry comes from with what Potter has done to this team. Because Potter came in and said Areola's not good enough and binned him off straight away. He came in and said Coufal's not good enough. He came in and said Emerson's not good enough. He kind of came in and absolutely ripped the squad up, and he was like, just trust me, I'm a genius. And the bloke's a fucking plonker. He had no idea what he's done to this team. Like the damage that Potter did to this team in such a short space of time cannot ever be forgotten, because I don't care about you can say what you want about his tactics, what he did with Brighton, what he did with some unknown team in some unknown league. What he's done to our squad shows a complete lack of any footballing knowledge.
You were talking earlier about you managing West Ham for the rest of the season, and you guys, kicking and screaming. If you put you in charge of the team of Potter's Brighton, you would have done a great job. Because the thing about it is that team is already built. The whole structures are in place that anyone can slot into that position and do a good job. He went to Chelsea and was an absolute disaster. I spoke to Chelsea fans here, of which is a couple, certainly more than West Ham fans. And I was chatting to, and he's like, he's going to be a disaster. He is going to be an absolute disaster at West Ham. He is an absolute mug. And I was like, I don't know. Like he had Chelsea were a basket case at the time. He got rid of Emerson and Coufal, both of which were treated incredibly poorly, and I would have kept both of them. He binned off Alvarez because he didn't rate him. So Alvarez gone, and like these players that he just had no affinity to and just sacked them off has cost our season, because we've lost. I would have loved to see all three of them in our squad. Even Cresswell, others. There was players there that we should have kept around that he just sacked off.
Yeah, the thing is as well, when you look at the fact that we had the AFCON coming up, it's just wrong. Like, why would you do it? Like, I understand maybe Coufal, he was getting a bit old. He was getting on. Yeah. He had lost half a yard of pace. I understand Emerson. Maybe he wanted a starting position and we couldn't offer it under Diouf. But we've got the AFCON coming up, and then he just bins off two of our fullbacks.
No, absolutely. And that was glaring, because obviously Scarl's played a lot last season, but like he's a very young guy, young kid. Like you'd worry about him. Obviously, right back as well. You're obviously going after the Congo. We got Kyle Walker-Peters in, which was a bit of a punt, and he's been reasonably good. He's been okay, like he's been able to cover the positions. But yeah, we still were left incredibly short. But with a bit of luck, now they're back. Like hopefully, Wan-Bissaka can play. He's been a bit. I think he's been a bit. It's not been at his best since the AFCON. So hopefully he can have a decent game today. And Scarles, I think, has been great since the aforementioned Fulham game. You know.
Yeah, it just worried me. Like we've got a comment here about Potter stripping the experience out of the team, left us no leaders. The man is supposed to be a footballing genius. He's supposed to be a psychologist or something, and he has all these mental attributes that we're led to be believed. He stripped the whole team of leaders, and then he was like, "All right, lad, off you go." We went from one extreme to the other, where we had one of the oldest squads in the division, to then we just stripped everyone out of it, and I just don't understand. Like, regardless of everything that's happened in the history of this club, all the mismanagement, all the poor decisions, all the poor management, what they let Graham Potter do to this team is unforgivable.
Yeah.
The one time David Sullivan sat on his hand and said, "Go on, have a go," he gave it to the most clueless, reckless manager in our club's history.
Yeah, no, honestly. And I thought I was probably one of the, gullible people that thought Potter was going to do a good job. But even me, who was, thinking that Potter will be, when he came in, I thought he was going to bring a positive influence. But it was plain as day. You talked about it earlier, talking about, it's so clear we can't defend. Why do we keep defending? It was so clear to everyone that we know these players are leaving for the AFCON. We know there's, lack of leadership in the team. Why are you gutting all these players? Why are you getting rid of them all? It just made no sense. And it was plain as day. And, Joe Soap on the street could see it,
And that is the thing as well, is that everyone could see it. Everyone could see it. And I just think, why didn't someone say to him, "Who are you playing at right back and left back?"
Yeah.
Who are you?
To ask, which you wouldn't have an answer to.
Why would no one at the top say, because apparently the board were pissed off with Nuno because he weren't starting a striker, he wasn't starting Wilson.
Yeah.
And I've got a theory that Nuno's quite stubborn, and I've got a theory that because the board was saying you don't need a striker, you got one there, he didn't want to start him. He didn't want to give him the platform to score goals. I've got a theory that Nuno is because look, Marinakis didn't just jog him on because he mouthed out once in the news, in the in the press. Marinakis went down on that pitch and dragged him. Imagine your manager dragging you in front of all your colleagues, like on national TV or something, or an award ceremony or something. You'd be fuming, mate. You'd have to fight, wouldn't you? It'd have to be a fight. Like,
I've had a few bad managers in my time, but thankfully it hasn't come to blows just yet.
Yeah, it's just I just can't. Like, I think Nuno's a bit difficult to work with.
He's definitely a prickly guy. Like, there's no question. Like, he's the kind of guy that I can see being, difficult to get on with at times. I'd say he's pretty intense. You hear different kind of rumors about what he's like with the players. Some say he's extremely, or some people say he's very standoffish and he's kind of quite withdrawn. He's definitely not. Well, what I would say, he definitely doesn't seem like the kind of arm around the shoulder type, manager. But maybe, did Somerville run from him and give him a big hug last week? Did I see that? So maybe he has got a bit of a bomb with the players.
I think he's great with the players, but I think he's terrible with authority.
Yeah,
I think he doesn't like authority. We got here, my cousin's here, Nathan. Nathan's a Leeds supporter, and he's saying he thinks there's something fundamentally mentally wrong with the club away from the pitch. Now, obviously, as a Leeds supporter, they've been through that. They've had that kind of poor ownership model, and they're kind of on the other side of it now. They've kind of put a bit more of a they've got a process to their transfers. They've got a transfer team. They've got a scouting team. And I think that's what upsets me more, is that, I put something on Facebook the other day about the board and the way the club's being run. And there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, just be grateful. We're the same as other teams," but we're not. Bournemouth have got a lovely training academy. Wolves have got a good training academy. We take less money through the door on an average match day than Tottenham do. We have our scouting network gets ripped up and torn apart every few months.
Yeah, it gets changed up. There's no structure. There's no continuity in place. You always hear ex new head of scouting, ex new head of player recruitment.
Yeah,
it's just there's no process. There's no structure. We look at if you go back to we were talking about the Conference League a little earlier and how the team has changed since then. If we look at the other teams around us, at that time and where they are now, it's light years from where we were then, and we were in the primed position to be able to, build for the future. And you look at the league now, and there's no one as badly run as us. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I think you'd be hard pressed because we've got like I said, we've got a poor training ground. I went to the training ground a couple of seasons ago, and admittedly they've done a bit of work there. We've done a bit of work there, and it's like, but also now it was when I went there, it was all the porter cabins, and we sat in this porter cabin with a little electric heater pumping out air, and I was sitting there and I was thinking, fucking hell, imagine bringing in a World Cup winner and going, it's time for us. Look at our porter cabin, this fantastic thing.
Yeah.
And then we have a look at the training facilities. There's no, like hydro tanks and stuff like that, hydro pools and stuff like that for recovery, or the recovery. When I looked in the gym, honestly, the gym I go to is better than the one we had at Rush Green. It just looked like it wasn't big. It looked like the size of like a dance studio or something, like a town hall or something like that. It was I just look at that and think, why? If we're saving so much money on the stadium, we should have enough money to invest in players and invest in the structure, but we're not.
We were 20th in the Deloitte money list that came out there during the week. Our turnover and revenues are top 20 in the world. It just makes no sense that we've got such a terrible training facilities, and we're trying to convince players to join. We've got terrible training facilities. We're in the relegation zone. I'm not surprised it's hard to get players in. It takes 3 people to agree. I'd love to see Charlie Cresswell join, but I'm guessing it's kind of a hard sell. It might be a bit easier if we win today to convince someone to join, because the I suppose the possibility of us staying up is increased significantly, but it's still a hard sell.
Yeah, it's and that's the other thing as well, is that the money that we do make is coming through the Olympic Stadium, and I will say that in terms of financially sound, they've done a good deal there. It's a shame it's not a football stadium.
Yeah,
it's a shame the stadium's shit. The hospitality that work there are shit. It's a shame that we don't capitalize on it. But just for openness, Tottenham generate about £80 to £85 per attendee per match. So per person per match, they're making £80 to £85 a match. That's mainly because they own their stadium.
Yeah.
But then we only generate £25 to £30 per match.
Jesus.
So when you look at it, and then also the next closest to us is Wolves, and they generate £30 a match. They own their stadium. So there's a massive gap there. If we did own the stadium, we would be able to we'd be making money from the food, the drink, and everything, whereas at the moment it's owned by the Olympics Committee. We'd be making money from stadium tours. I took my son on a stadium tour, and it was terrible. The bloke was like, "Oh yeah, we got this fantastic roof." He was like, "I'm a season ticket holder. I sit right there, and this roof was built to hold in, the best atmosphere in Europe." I was like, "You cannot be a fucking season ticket holder, mate. Where do you watch the game from? In the bar?"
Yeah, obviously, he's obviously a shill that's been has to toe this line. But everyone knows, I've been to the Olympic Stadium or the London Stadium, wherever you want to call it. I've been so many times, and I brought loads of buddies of mine, from Ireland and from the UK along to games, convinced them to go, and not one of them could claim that this is a good football stadium. not one of them could claim that it holds the noise in or anything like that. Not one of them could claim that we've got a good view of the game. You're like, like everyone makes the same joke, like that I bring along. It's like, need the fucking binoculars here, lads,
Yeah, it's. Don't get me wrong. There were some good nights in there, some good European nights.
Oh yeah, like as in there was, but it just the stadium itself.
It's crazy. Like that. They broke all the supporters up. I used to sit in the Centenary lower at Upton Park.
Yeah.
And right next to the away supporters, that place was always rocking. Now I feel like they split everyone up, or they didn't clearly say, look, when they released the tickets for the stadium initially, they didn't say this is going to be like an ultras section, or this is going to be a family section. This is going to be the bit where my first ticket, I got the Olympic Stadium. My first ticket, I was sat down right front, and I was like, yeah, on the corner, no worries, happy days. And then it was like the game started, and then they're going, oh, can you sit down, please? Can you sit? And I'm like, fuck off. Can I sit down? Like, I've just got this group of like old boys around me are moaning, I can't see past you, I can't see. And that's because the seats, they're not steep enough. It's not hostile. It's not like
they're too flat. Yeah,
like a football stadium. You know what I mean? And then you start shouting. The amount of times, honestly, we played Liverpool once. Liverpool scored, and there was a load of Liverpool supporters celebrating in front of me in the home end, and the security are just standing there clueless. I shit you not. One game, I took my mate with me as well. Right, one game, I shit you not. One of the lads that sits there, the security guards that sits there with his back to the pitch, halfway through West Ham Everton, we were drawing 1-1. It was so boring. He put his hand in his pocket and pulled out a kebab wrap and just started munching this kebab wrap while he's there. Is crazy. Honestly, that stadium, it's not just the stadium, it's the operation.
Yeah. I see in the comments as well. Is there a protest on today where there's going to be like late arrivals? Is that right?
Apparently they want to do like a walk-in, like an 11-minute walk-in, I think it is.
Yeah, I know. I do obviously completely understand that, but like I just think we need as much atmosphere as possible today. I think we need as much support as we possibly can get. But yeah, I completely understand and get where the fans are coming from in that regard.
Yeah, exactly. And look, there's nothing to be happy about in terms of ownership. And if we do stay up this season, it's not going to paper over cracks.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm. How you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you excited? What's the feeling like? How long are we from kickoff now? We're about a little over 10 minutes. What are you thinking?
I think we're going to win. Definitely. But yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them ones where I'm like, we beat Tottenham, we can do this. But at the same time, I can see how we can lose. But I hope so. I really do hope that the team can build. If they can't build on the game last week, if they can't build on it, then where do we go? What do we do from there?
Yeah, it was one of the comments earlier. I can't remember who said it, but it was the hope that kills us. And like this really feels like we could be at the start of something. Here we beat Spurs. We got the win against QPR. Like a win today would be absolutely massive. And it's that hope that I have that is getting me worried. So and we've got a bit of news with Xhaka. Wouldn't it just be something beautiful if James Ward-Prowse came off the bench with 10 minutes to go and he just put it on someone's big slab head and we got the win. Stranger things have happened.
Exactly. Stranger things have happened. It could really be the turning point as well for me. I do think if we can win to Sunderland, if we can win to Sunderland, then if we can beat Sunderland, then I think we can. I think we are going to stay up.
Yeah, we said it last week. If we beat Spurs, we'll stay up. So if we beat Sunderland, back to back, I think we will stay up. And it would be great to get a home win. I just can't remember the last time we got one of them. Was it Burnley? Was that the last home win? I'm not sure. Yeah, no. Yeah, and I think you know, I'm looking at the squad here and looking at some of the updates. Like, I think, you know, it's probably a good thing Paqueta's not in the squad, to be honest. I'm kind of happy. I think, you know, that we showed we didn't miss him last week. And I just want to see a shift from the two lads as well. But yeah, that's just got me nervous just thinking about a win, you know.
Yeah, and it is kind of one of them things as well where you start to get in your own head about it. You do start.
Yeah, that's where I'm definitely in my own head right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All I know is the next kind of hour and 40 minutes are going to be a fucking nightmare. It is going to be a nightmare to be a West Ham supporter. I can already feel now I've got this real shit habit of like chewing my nails when I'm fucking.
My palms are so sweaty. It's unbelievable already.
Mate. Exactly that as well, and I can just feel my fucking blood pressure going up.
I'm wearing a t-shirt, and like this room is freezing. Like it needs to be insulated in a big way. I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm sweating because I have that nervous energy, you know.
Yeah. It's just, and that's what I hate as well. And I hope anyone attending the game today can really fucking keep the noise up for the players today, because I think it will be the fans that win this game anyway. I think it always is. I think they need to get behind the boys, let them believe. We need to get an early goal again. Like I said to you, that first 20 minutes, if we can keep on top of that first 20 minutes, we're going to be fine. We just
start fast. Like we need to start. You know, start fast, start quickly. You know, like if we can have a similar first half to last week, I think, you know, we'll get that goal. We need that intensity that we showed in the first half against Spurs. If we can do that more often than not, and obviously if we can continue into the second half, I think that puts us in great stead. But yeah, and if we do concede an early goal, you know, I just think, you know, things could obviously turn fairly toxic fairly quickly. But I think we need to stick with the players and just, you know, hope that we can get back on top. But yeah, I really just think that fast start and we might be okay.
Yeah, it's one of them things. It's one of them things. It's just about how the game starts. If the game doesn't start, if we don't start the game on the front foot, then I don't know what we can expect from the team. I don't know what we can expect from the team. It's one of them things.
Yeah, no, looking at the bench again here, like, you know, I think we do have some options as well to bring on, like, you know, so, you know, we got Juve. He could obviously, you know, sling a few balls in. We mentioned James Ward-Prowse, Callum Wilson as well, obviously. So, you know, we do have a few aces up our sleeve should we need them, but hopefully we won't.
Yeah, it's it's just about. I don't know. I'd feel refreshed if I saw James Ward-Prowse come on the pitch, to be honest. Not because I want to see James Ward-Prowse, but because I want to see Nuno accepting that things need to change, accepting that he needs to change his mind.
Well, James Ward-Prowse cross, Wilson heads the ball in the net. That's like, you know, Wilson was out the door, you know, a week or so ago. James Ward-Prowse has been cast off for, you know, the last number of months. That would be the kind of, like, that's the poetic finish to a game. That would be lovely, you know.
Yeah, it would be lovely, and it would just be nice to kind of believe again. It would just be good to believe again. So that would just kind of make my season a bit better.
Yeah. What's the plans if we win? What you heading to the gym again, or what's the plan for if we win the game today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a run later on. I went last night. I think either way. I've been trying not to drink. I'm trying to do that whole dry January thing. So I've been drinking these Impossible Brew things, which are actually proper nice. So
yeah, I gave up on the dry January. I used to do it, but, you know, but I find January is depressing enough that I just need to have a few jars here and there. So I celebrated with a Guinness or two last week. So hopefully I'll be doing the same again this week.
That 0 Guinness ain't bad though. Actually,
we have a few zeros in the house. Yeah, the missus drinks the odd zero. We had a new baby there, so she's still on the zeros. So yeah, I've had a few of them. They're not bad at all. So I do chop and change between them. But yeah, no. So fingers crossed, I'll be toasting a Guinness after the game.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That was probably last week when we beat Spurs. That was the closest I've come to having a drink in January.
Yeah.
I can hear the Jack Daniels calling me from the kitchen. But yeah, I went in big time on Boxing Day. I drank like most of a litre of Jack Daniels. So since
that's what Christmas is for, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's but also like I don't know. I've been enjoying not waking up feeling like shit, which is good.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, no. And when you've been off for a while, a couple puts you on your arse in a big way. But yeah, no. So there's a few comments that are positive. See Sean saying, fancy our chances today. A few others kind of thinking that we're going to ride the atmosphere and get a result. So yeah. Also comments about lacking attacking options on the bench. Like I think I know I'm a positive person, but I think that Juve can bring its attacking elements to the team. Wilson equally, and yeah, I think we do have options. I think at least
it's one of them. It is nice to have options off the bench. It is nice to have options off the bench. It is very nice to have options off the bench. I think I just need to see something today that proves that we have turned that corner.
Yeah. Another big performance from 𝗪𝗲𝗀, star fast. Fernandez, we haven't mentioned Fernandez yet today. He's been a bright spark. Seeing some stats that were done on him, like, he's our, top performing, or he's our first or second performing in like so many of the kind of crucial elements of the game. So I think Fernandez, another big performance from him. Souček can put himself about. Yeah, I think if we can be kind of firing at all cylinders, Sunderland are not great away from home. I think there's reasons to be optimistic today.
Yeah, there is loads of reasons to be optimistic today. Loads of reasons. So I just hope we can. Stay optimistic after this game. I hope we're going to be talking tomorrow and we're going to be optimistic. But 100%. Hopefully, maybe this week we'll get on Thursday night and do a live like we were talking about last week and get a chat going and be a bit more positive.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, so Thursday night we'll have a chat about it. Hopefully, a big win today.
Lions!
Love the positive. That's the kind of attitude. That's kind of positivity we need.
Yeah.
Yes, it absolutely is. Listen, everyone in the chat, please give Ben and Connor their kudos, because that's a great pre-match workout. And yeah, of course, there's going to be a lot more from these guys in due course. Connor, what's your predictions?
I think this is going to come off as a bit wild. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet.
Woo!
I think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think we're going to win 2-0.
Oh, I'll take that now. I'll take that off your hands right now, mate.
It's a big call. It's a big call, but that's where I'm going for.
Ben? Oh, Jesus. Where's he going to go with this one?
2-1 West Ham. 2-1 West Ham.
2-1 West Ham. I'll take that as well. I'll take Connor's first because it's a clean sheet. And then I'll take...
What are you thinking, Anton?
Oh, mate, everyone's asking me this. I'm so scared to predict. I just want a West Ham win, and I want a prediction. So I'll join you, but I won't say it.
Okay, that sounds good. You're saying a West Ham win at least, anyway.
Yeah, that's it, of course. Ben, Connor, thank you very much. Everyone in the chat, please say thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And the half time, if you want to, you can jump on at half time. I take a break at half time, and then there'll be a review show after. So I'll see you soon, guys.
Nice one.
Cheers
Hello,
for
see you
that.
next
Ben, don't end the stream.
I'm gonna do it now. See you later, guys.
Bye. Right, everyone. Welcome back to the West Ham Network. Where do we do that? There. There we go. There we go. There. I'm just waiting for the kickoff to happen in due course. So, as you can see, the team news is running up on the screen. I'll have an ever so slightly delayed stream in comparison to some of you. So if you want the stream to align, then you pause and join me with the time. I'll give you the time of what I'm going to be at when the game does kick off. Let's see where we're at. But welcome back to the West Ham Network. If you want to, go and check out 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏. Of course, best VPN on the market, 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏. You will get 83% off if you do click the link in the description, link in the chat. What West Ham are we going to get today? We're about to kick off the game. Massive news coming out of Sunderland is Xhaka doesn't make the game for them. Picks up an ankle injury before it. And we have kicked off. Sunderland do have the ball playing from their back line. Looks like Tati will be leading the line for West Ham. And Pablo in behind him. Wan-Bissaka recycles the ball for West Ham. Fernandes drops in deep, plays a 1-2 with Wan-Bissaka, but the ball is recycled from Sunderland, who do take the ball back into their own half. Good to see you, Kieran. He's doing a lot better, mate. He's actually got a bit of a chest infection just now, still in the hospital, but he's doing a lot better. Sunderland do have the ball down the right-hand side. Punt the ball up over the top. Dinos chases, but the Sunderland striker has it down outside the 18-yard box. Tries to cross it in low. A lot of empty seats in the London Stadium. I know there's a bit of a protest going on today, potentially talking about fans not taking their seats till the 15th minute. Don't know how many fans have done it, but from my angle here, it looks like there's potentially quite a few. But massive, massive game for West Ham today. Try our best to get a result if we can, and that changes the whole dynamics of what our season looks at, especially if Nottingham Forest don't get a victory. But here comes a big throw-in coming from Sunderland, deep in the West Ham half. Where is he? There he is, right on the corner flag. Big throw-in. Shot from distance! Oh, Areola's had to save us. It's an unbelievable strike from the Sunderland player. And Areola, the ball was dipping in under the bar from 18 yards out. Oh, I'll tell you what. Decent save from Areola, that was. Great shot from the Sunderland player. Straight at Areola, but definitely dipping in below the crossbar. And Areola at full stretch. Ball was taking a bit of a curve, and it's a good save from the off from Areola. Keep West Ham in the game 2 minutes in. Jeez, oh. A little bit wild. Here comes a corner to Sunderland from the start. Ball whipped in. Goes to the back post. Sunderland win the header. Wan-Bissaka clears outside the box. Headed back in from Sunderland. Clear from Pablo. Fernandes chases. Sunderland come first to the ball. Sunderland second to the ball. And then they relax onto a third. They still got it. But Fernandes recycles for West Ham deep in our own half. Holds on to it, patient. Wan-Bissaka, ball forward, straight into Sunderland though. Again, just a bit sloppy start from West Ham, 2 minutes in. West Ham trying to get a hold of the ball, but we can't. Sunderland recycle in the middle part. Souček clears. Flick on from Pablo. 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗧, good luck. I'll fix you here for you go, because it's what have I done? Right, love you. Sunderland just playing the ball from their back line here. Of course, we've got Tati and Pablo playing in that kind of front foot pressing position. I think Pablo's going to sit in behind Tati, but it seems to be, depends on when Sunderland come at the attack, depends on what West Ham do, and sometimes they look like they're going to play two up top. But Sunderland now come out over the halfway line. Ball chipped into the box. Scarl's there, watches it. Is he going to shadow that ball out? West Ham goal kick. We'll take that. So if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, please leave a comment. On top of that, if you're watching on TikTok, hit the follow button as well. Sunderland pressing us like crazy. Yep, they are. Ball forward, good. Oh, referee blows up for a foul from Tati on the Sunderland player. I thought he actually done really well there, to be honest with you. But ref has blown up. Big ball forward from Sunderland, headed into, tried to head it into the mix, but the ball's being cleared, and it's a West Ham goal kick. West Ham trying to regain a bit of position in the middle of the park. Fernandes plays the ball back to Scarl. Scarl's back into Todibo. Todibo holds on to it. He finds 𝗂𝗧 deep in the West Ham half. 𝗂𝗧 dropping in deep. 𝗂𝗧 sprays the ball out left-hand side to Todibo. It's the first time West Ham have been able to hold on to it. 𝗪𝗲𝗡 drops in, collects it, plays the ball back into 𝗂𝗧. 𝗂𝗧 sprays the ball over to 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗧. Nothing on, back into 𝗂𝗧 on the edge of the centre circle. He puts the ball over to Todibo on the halfway line. Ball over to Scarls, further up the field, deep in the Sunderland half. Back to Todibo on the halfway line. He goes for a big long ball up over the top. Tati does come out and collect it. Does well. Neat play from West Ham. 𝗪𝗲𝗡 tries to skip by the Sunderland player. That goes into a collision. Sunderland recycle, hit the ball out. And it is a West Ham throw in deep in the Sunderland half. West Ham do pick ourselves up a free kick deep in the Sunderland half. Free kick over on the far side. Matheus Fernandes over it. Fires that ball right into the mix. Back post. Dinos tries to get ahead of the Sunderland defender, but they re-clear their lines. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. He plays the ball over to Scarls. Scarls over to Fernandes on the left-hand side on the halfway line. He's back to Scarls. Scarls holds on to it. Plays the ball forward to Matheus Fernandes. He drives. Scarls goes on an overlap and run. Fernandes holds on to it, plays it back to 𝗂𝗧. Wan-Bissaka's making overlap and run, but he plays the ball over to Todibo. Todibo's get it. He plays it into Bowen, drops in deep. Probably first time he's really involved in the game. 𝗂𝗧 in the middle of the park. Holds on to it, looks down his right, back to Bowen again, who's sitting in a deep position for West Ham. Ball forward to Fernandes. Neat play between him and 𝗂𝗧. 𝗂𝗧 plays a heavy ball back to Todibo on the halfway line. He sprays the ball over to Konstantinos 𝗪𝗧𝗧. 𝗪𝗧𝗧 turns to his right, plays the ball over to 𝗂𝗧 in the Sunderland half, just over the halfway line. Fernandes deep in that West Ham centre circle, sprays the ball over neatly to Scarls. Scarles back into Fernandez. West Ham happy on possession here. Ball into the box. Back post or switch play over to Wan-Bissaka. Good touchdown from Wan-Bissaka. 𝗪𝗁. He's got time. Crosses it in. Decent cross. Back post over the top of Tati's head. Ball's going to go all the way over the other side. And it is a Sunderland throw. But good football from West Ham. I'll take that. I like that. Decent football. Sunderland taking ages to take that throw in, but they have, and then they've cleared the lines. More of a kind of panic clearing the lines, to be honest. West Ham have regained possession in the middle of the park, but so have Sunderland. But Fernandez comes to the second ball. He tries. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, I think he tried a clever pass from distance. But now Sunderland have come out straight away with a big throw out to their player as they're straight into West Ham's mix. Cleared from 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗧. West Ham do recycle, though, the ball. West Ham have the ball down that left-hand side. To Debo. Ball forward for Pablo to chase down the right-hand side. Sunderland defender comes in, clears his lines. Feeds the ball up, keeps it in. Wan-Bissaka puts the pressure on. Sunderland still have the ball. Wan-Bissaka still there. And 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗧 comes in, cleans up, plays the ball all the way back for Areola. Somerville down the left-hand side for West Ham. He puts the ball into Tati. Ball forward. Oh, it's good interception from the Sunderland defender. And Sunderland come out with the ball. Play the ball through. God, there was a counter there. And West Ham just lost their way back in defence. But they've still got the ball on the edge of the 18. Good interception there from Fernandez. Great from Fernandez. A foul on Wan-Bissaka. Free kick to West Ham deep in our own half. West Ham just holding their lines. To Debo. Out on the left-hand side on the edge of the 18. Plays the ball for 𝗪𝗁. He's under a bit of pressure. Dinos. Plays the ball over to Wan-Bissaka. Jarrod Bowen. Oh, Tati does really well. Oh, that ball nearly finds its way through for for Pablo down that right-hand side. But it's intercepted from Sunderland and it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Ball forward, Somerville crosses it in for Tati, but it's cleared from Sunderland. Just getting ahead of Tati from that cross. Good play from Somerville down that left-hand side. Causing him a bit of bother. Looks like he's got a bit of confidence. Fernandez plays the ball into 𝗪𝗁. 𝗪𝗁 sprays the ball over to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side into Jarrod Bowen. Jarrod Bowen takes it onto his right foot, crosses it in. Oh, back post cleared from Sunderland. 𝗪𝗁 plays the ball down to Fernandez. Neat play between him and 𝗪𝗁. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side to Bowen again. Bowen onto his right foot. Crosses it in. Chips it in. Back post! Yeah! Yeah! West Ham. Yes! Somerville's son. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! What a good goal. And Somerville towering above people. Great play between Fernandez. 𝗪𝗂𝘁 on the edge of 18. Plays the ball to Wan-Bissaka. Plays the ball to 𝗪𝗲𝗴𝗃𝗃. 𝗪𝗲𝗴𝗃, all the Sunderland players think he's going to put it on his left foot. He doesn't. He crosses the ball in neatly, perfectly, right onto the penalty spot. Actually, right on the edge of the 8-yard box. Somerville, let me see the height he jumps to. Look at the height of Somerville! Powerful header! Woo! Lions! 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 Oh, yes! 8-yard box. I don't even know what the... Yeah. Sorry. 6-yard box. 6-yard box, isn't it? Oh, man. Come on, West Ham. Keep that momentum up. 14 minutes in, West Ham 1, Sunderland 0. Come on. Big ball, punted in, thrown in. Ah! Do you know what? Just sometimes we just lack that concentration, and then Sunderland nearly finding it in. That's from a big throw in into the box. If there's ever a sign of why we need defenders, if there's ever an example of why we need a commanding centre-back, that is the sign. That is the sign. I saw the sign. Opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. I saw the sign. I opened up my eyes. Good work there from Pablo in the middle of the park. Sunderland do recycle with that ball. That's unbelievable from 𝗂𝗧𝗏 Fernandez. I'm not joking, man. Honestly, what he's just done is phenomenal. What he has just done is phenomenal. Tracking back, getting stuck in. Somerville, brilliant. Sprays the ball out wide right-hand side for Wan-Bissaka. There's West Ham players running into that box. Wan-Bissaka brings it back infield, plays the ball to Somerville. He dummies it. Ball in. Pablo! Fuck! Oh, Pablo. Oh. Oh, the dummy from Somerville. The dummy from Somerville. Oh, the dummy from Somerville. Oh. Sunderland on the ball, down that left-hand side. Got the ball down that right-hand side. Ball rolls the way through. Areola comes out, collects. Routine catch for the geezer. For the keeper. Come on, West Ham. Build upon this, man. That's what we want. Build upon this. Sunderland have got the ball. They're playing a bit of neat football in the middle of the park, to be honest with you. Ball sped over to the left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka stays with the player. back upfield. Sunderland just holding on to the ball. Ball put over to the right-hand side. Ball played down the right-hand side for Sunderland. Deep in the West Ham half. 𝗪𝗏𝘀 does enough, uses his strength, knocks the ball out. Sunderland throw in. Comes another throw-in coming in from Sunderland. They like a big long throw-in, don't they? Come on, West Ham. Clear our lines. Go on the counter. Get a second goal. Ball whipped in from the throw-in. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗏 gets pushed in the back in the header, but we just, again, clearly need that commanding defender. Especially the centre-back. I haven't seen a punt like that from Areola for months. It's decent, no. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 puts the pressure on, but their defender does well and heads that ball back into the path of the Sunderland keeper. If you're just joining, West Ham 1, Sunderland 0. Great goal from 𝗪𝗏𝗏. Cross in from 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 down the right-hand side. 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, God, he leaps really high like he's on a springboard. Diving competition. Gets above everyone, heads the ball, powerful header into the back of the net. Sunderland play the ball forward, the ball's intercepted though from Fernandez. 𝗪𝗁𝗏𝘁. Referee's blown up the whistle. Be back in a second. Free kick from Sunderland. But they've taken it short. Ball whipped into the box. Back post. I tell you what. See, defensively, we are shocking. Honestly, there's no... What is 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗏𝗏 doing? I don't know how. That nearly went into the back of the net. Their defenders got in between 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗁 and 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗏𝗏, latched onto a cross. The ball was curling. It goes high, it goes wide, but it was pretty close. Like, ball flipped on from Jared Bowen onto no one, unfortunately. West Ham tried to intercept that ball. What we have done now, though, with Wan-Bissaka, ball forward for Bowen. He plays the ball early, but they're really good at snatching onto our, like, they're good at breaking down our counters. But West Ham have won the ball back with 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, and Pablo plays the ball out wide for 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏. Oh, is he being fouled? I don't know if the referee's blown up for a free kick or a throw-in. Todibo for West Ham. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏 goes long. It's another punt ball forward again from 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏. He does that several times in a game and just loses West Ham straight away. But as things stand in the table, right, I know we're only 23 minutes in, but there's a 2-point gap between us and Nottingham Forest. certainly don't think this is going to be a simple relegation battle, to be honest with you. Let's see what West Ham can do. Let's see what resolve. Let's test our resolve. Let's see what resolve we've got to be able to try and hold this lead, try and take advantage of it, try and push forward and try and see if we can get another goal. That would be amazing. But Sunderland trying to control the game through the middle of the park. As he knocked the ball into the West Ham box, it's been cleared. West Ham do try and clear our lines. Ball does go out, and it is a Sunderland throw-in again. And this is where Sunderland are kind of causing West Ham a lot of problems right now. Another throw-in, another West Ham clearing the lines again. West Ham pressing. "25 minutes in, West Ham 1, Sunderland 0. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side for West Ham. Under a bit of pressure, gives the ball straight away, though, to Sunderland through the middle of the park. Tries to do the running through. Scarles does recycle. Wan-Bissaka. Bowen drops in halfway line. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side, overlap and run. Ball round for Pablo down the right-hand side. Back to Wan-Bissaka, back to Pablo. He drives infield, plays the ball into Matheus Fernandes. Is he going to spray over the left-hand side? Outside of his right foot does 𝗪𝗏𝗪. Scarles made the overlap and run. Scarles in. Oh! Penalty! Penalty! I seen Scarles go down. That is a penalty, by the way. Scarles' decision to cut the ball back has won West Ham a penalty. VAR will check it. But I think Scarles' decision to cut back in field. It's going to be a penalty. To me, it's going to be a penalty. I don't think he will overturn that because the modern game is the way it is, isn't it? But what that's down to is Scarles. Honestly, Scarles' decision to not carry on with the flow of the ball but take a different direction of the flow is what's allowed this to happen and for him to be fouled. Jarrod Bowen on the penalty. Come on, Jarrod Bowen. Come on, Bowen. Come on, Bowen. Jarrod Bowen steps up with the penalty. Jarrod Bowen. Yes! Bowen is on fire! And he's now! Bowen is on fire! And he's now! Bowen is on fire! And he's now! Bowen is on fire! La la! La 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 la. But more, it's just so more, La 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 la. Yes! Come on, you Irons! Oh, come on, you Irons! Come on, you Irons! Come on, you Irons! Here we come on the counter again. 𝗪𝗲𝗏 skips by one. He's fouled. Ref! Players picking up a yellow card for Sunderland. And I tell you what, that's the third time that player's at Ballard's done it. And he's on a sticky whip already. Woo! Oh, come on, West Ham. Here comes another free kick for West Ham. I tell you what, Sunderland defender, the one that, is it Ballard, I think his name is? I was on a sticky whip, ball whipped in, back post. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃 wins the header. Keeper tries to come. Tati! Oh, no tea, no tea, geezer, no tea, geezer, no tea. Oh. Oh, here comes West Ham on the counter. Tati, 𝗪𝗏𝗏 inside the box. Have a shot. Ball goes out. West Ham corner. West Ham are not sitting back, which is what this comment is saying. They're pushing on. They're pushing on. Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. Come on, you Irons. Irons, 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 Irons. Corner from West Ham, 31 minutes in. West Ham! Oh, it is! West Ham! Ball whipped in. Went top of the keeper, punches clear with his hand. Matheus Fernandes in the edge of the 18. Does really well. Love you, Matheus, man! The geese! Wan-Bissaka into Bowen. Bowen, is he going to switch it? No, he doesn't. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Down the right-hand side to Matheus Fernandes. Fernandes to Debo, Wan-Bissaka. Over to Mavropanos on the 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗏, sorry, on the halfway line. He drives forward. He goes for the crossfield pass for Bowen. Ball goes over the top of everyone. Ball goes out, and it's a Sunderland throw-in. West Ham calling for a free kick, but Sunderland keeper has the ball. Honestly, don't underestimate that decision from 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗀𝗏𝗏. Ball whipped up over the top for Sunderland, driving forward. Sunderland still have the ball. Neat play from them on the edge of the 18. Heavy ball from them. Back to Ballard. Tati's chasing down. Ball forward inside the 18-yard box. Todibo does well. Recycles. Takes the ball over to the corner flag. Plays the ball back in to 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪. 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 clears for West Ham. Upfield, clears the lines. Ball forward from Sunderland. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗧 comes out, collects it, drives on the counter. Pablo down the right-hand side, holds on to play. Nothing on for him. Well done. Back into Fernandez. What's he going to do? Holds on to it. Calms things down. 𝗪𝗂𝘁 comes in, collects the ball. Turns back in, finds Matheus Fernandes. Fernandes. Oh, what a ball that is from Fernandes. Cross field over the left-hand side to Somerville. Back into 𝗪𝗁𝘁. 𝗪𝗁𝘁. 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗧 sprays over right-hand side to Bowen. Bowen down the right-hand side, fancies himself, drives in. He's inside the box. He's fouled. Ref! He has. It's a yellow card again for another Sunderland defender. They are struggling to maintain both wings right now. Somerville and Bowen causing major oh my God, ref! I tell you what, if that goes in, that's fucking like a yard in, 2 yards more further forward, that's another penalty. Sunderland running a tightrope here. Come on, West Ham. Free kick. Out on the right-hand side. Just ahead of the 18-yard box. Maybe what? 20 yards out. Near the corner flag. Come on, you irons. West Ham 2, Sunderland 0. 35 minutes gone. 10 minutes to go. First half. This is the West Ham Network. Matchday Live. Running commentary. Scarles. Fernandez. Over the top of the ball. Fernandez runs away. Scarles whips the ball in. Front post. Crap. Doesn't beat the first man. Scarles has got a kind of tendency to sometimes never beat the first man from his set pieces. We need to resolve that issue. Anyway, throw in again from West Ham. Score currently is 2-1. Oh, taking a throw in. Pablo into Bowen. It's under pressure from Sunderland. Cleared. Sunderland have cleared the lines. Well done from Dinos into Wan-Bissaka. Ball has gone out. Throw into Sunderland. Did Bowen slip? Let me have a look. They're just showing the... Don't get excited, Anton. You know what we're like, Mandy. I know what we're like. Just don't sit back. Come on, Dinos, get on the end of that. Right now, serve tea at half-time from the park bus. Oh, West Ham have recycled, though, with Tati. Ed's in the house. Ed and my mum were watching. Somerville. Oh, it's been intercepted from Sunderland as they come back in. Dinos is deep in the Sunderland half, putting the pressure on the defender. Really decent pressure from him, but Sunderland do have come out with the ball. Play the ball down the right-hand side. They do come on the counter. Referees blowing, play on. Ed, my nephew, is watching, and my mum, who he calls Nanny, is watching. Hello. I hope you're enjoying your lunch. Areola with the ball. Oh, West Ham have recycled with Todibo. Ball out to Somerville. Somerville drives. Todibo's making the overlap run. Somerville down that left-hand side. Todibo's there with him. Plays the ball back into Todibo. Top. West Ham's just keep hold of it. Scarles forward for Somerville. He's got ahead of the man. Into the 18-yard box. Onto his right foot. Too many touches, but Fernandez comes in, gets the second ball, which is what you always want from your players. 𝗪𝗁𝘁, Somerville, oh, he gets done there. Sunderland come out on the counter. He's a neat little player for Sunderland. I don't know what his name is. Oh, it's a heavy ball from the Sunderland player. Tries to spray the ball out wide from Bobby, and the ball goes out, and it's a West Ham throw-in. Oh, my niece is in the house, Jay. Good to see you. There you go. Good morning, Bakers. Thanks, Gaza. Good to see you, my friend. 𝗂𝗍𝗓𝗏, nice tackle. Scarles, absolutely. Sunderland recycle. 38 minutes, 39 minutes gone. I think I've just heard the commentator say that Sunderland are struggling without Xhaka, and you can clearly see that in an abundance. Because what he does is he brings a solidified calmness to the middle of the park. And I think Sunderland have actually got a couple of neat players there, to be honest with you. Who's their number 28? Who is their number 28? Sunderland come down the right-hand side. Great tracking back from Somerville. I think the ball... Oh, it's a goal kick. Somerville's done really well there. Somerville just tracking back, putting the pressure on down that right-hand side. Gets his foot stuck on the ball. Knocks it into the Sunderland player. West Ham goal kick. Tati wins the header. Somerville drops in, fouls the Sunderland player, but the referees are going to play on. Big switch ball from Sunderland down the left-hand side. Plays the ball into the middle of the park, but Bowen recycles second ball. Nearly loses it, but wins it back again. He drives into a bit of traffic, and Sunderland recycle. They've given West Ham a free kick. Not necessarily would suggest that would have been it. Free kick to West Ham deep in our own half. I don't know if are you talking to me about the Arsenal-Manchester United game? I honestly, with all due respect, couldn't care less about the Arsenal-Manchester United game. If that's who if you were talking to me, Reese, with all due respect, mate. Fernandes.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Come here. Welcome, Somerville. Somerville plays the ball into Tati. He's in the 18-yard box. Oh, he goes for a shot. Oh, shot from distance! Oh my God, he scored! Oh my God! Fernandes! Oh my God! I'm actually in shock. Fernandes has hit an absolute screamer. He's hit a screamer, and I think I'm in shock that that's even gone in. I don't know what to say. I think I'm in absolute shock. Fernandes has scored an absolute worldie, and I don't know how far he is. Somerville's got the ball. I'm just trying to see what happens here. Tati gets it back from the 18-yard box. Shot. Fucking hell, Fernandes is like 40 yards out. 40 yards out. Honestly, oh my God, what a hit. 35, 40 yards out. And he smashes that. It's got pace. It's got curve. The keeper does get his hand to it. Doesn't go right into the top corner. But that is an unbelievable goal from him. Unbelievable goal from Fernandes. Holy shit. Honestly. Oh my God. All right, Def, but decent. What the fuck? Oh man. Hi, Chrissy. Dalek's in the house. Are we in a multiverse? I didn't. I honestly, Joey came through there. I just didn't expect that. Like he's whacked that. I come out last time we scored a goal from that distance. Holy shit. Holy shit. Ball forward from Sunderland. Cleared from Todibo. Corner to Sunderland. Yeah, I'm in absolute shock. Wow. Wow. Fernandez, man. What a goal. Good clearance from West Ham. Ball goes out. West Ham goal kick. Wow. This does feel like a multiverse, to be honest with you. It does really feel like a multiverse. Joey came in and got a shock of his life. He came in looking for food. Oh, good work rate. Honestly, again, don't underestimate what Pablo. Buzz Lightyear Ginger. The third goal was not offside in the run-up because Tati had no involvement in the play at all whatsoever. So, yeah, not offside at all. 3 minutes of added time. I think the ref might be caught. Is this going to be a second yellow card? Oh, I tell you what, by the way, that's got to be a red card. That's got to be a second yellow. That's got to be a second yellow. The player is all over the place. He's lucky he's getting away with that, by the way. He is getting away with that. I'm surprised the ref hasn't given that, because I tell you what, if he's not yellow carded before, he gets a yellow card for that. Shouldn't be a benefit of the doubt for that situation. Anyway, free kick West Ham. Fraser, can I give you a shout out? Good to see you. Why are there opposition team fans in? Here comes a free kick from Fernandez. Can't get by the first man again. Scarles recycles. Ball forward. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 does well. Todibo playing in a kind of midfield role. And there you go, everyone. There you go. What have we witnessed? 3-0 West Ham. Wow. If you're just joining us, this is the Matchday Live. Anton here from the West Ham Network. West Ham winning 3-0. Great goal from 𝗪𝗏𝗡 in the first half. Great penalty from Bowen. Great work from Scarles to win that. And then a worldie from Matheus Fernandes that takes West Ham 3-0 up in the first half. We need to come out the second half, hit the ground running, push on, and keep showing what we are capable of doing. I will be back for the second half. I'll see you then. Much love. Come on, you irons. Triple substitution from Sunderland. Triple substitution from Sunderland now. Just got my hand warmer. It's my hand warmer. I like keeping my face warm with my hand warmer. West Ham kick off the second half. West Ham do recycle it though with Pablo. Oh, referee's blowing up a whistle there from a foul on Pablo. I didn't think that was. Shit. Sunderland come on the counter, switch the ball over far left hand side. Well one there from Wan-Bissaka. 𝗪𝗓𝗙𝗀𝗘, mate. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us, and I know you were watching it live for the first time in a long time this season, innit? Sunderland come on with the ball. West Ham recycle with the ball. Sunderland just holding the ball back in their own defence. West Ham I'm not saying they're sitting off. We have recycled it though with 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗘 deep in our own half. Souček plays the ball back into Todibo, back to Skarls. Todibo gets himself into space, he receives the ball back. Oh, he does well. Turns one of their Sunderland striker. Todibo just gives the ball, does all the hard work and gives the ball straight away, then wins it back, then loses it again, then Skarls wins it back. And then Fernandez is fouled, West Ham free kick. West Ham with 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗧. Very kind of you guys, gifting 5 memberships to people in the chat. West Ham do have the ball though. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 plays the ball back. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 back into 𝗪𝗏𝗡. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 forward for 𝗪𝗏𝗀. Neat play from West Ham. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 forward to 𝗪𝗏𝗡. Good play. Pablo skips by one. Oh, tries to go for a crossfield pass. Takes a deflection off the Sunderland player, but he does win the second ball. Now Fernandes gets the ball and he does the pass. 𝗏𝗏𝗡 sit down. Plays the ball through the middle to Fernandes again. Great ball from Fernandes. Holy shit, man. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 down that left-hand side. 𝗪𝗏𝗡 in for Tati. Oh, Tati was going to go for the Rabona. He was going to go for the Rabona cross. He just couldn't get his foot round it. And then Fernandes does get the second ball for West Ham, though. Sees the gap, sees 𝗪𝗏𝗡 on the edge of the 18. Drives into traffic, gives it straight to the Sunderland player. Fernandes tries to intercept that ball from Sunderland as they come on the counter. 𝗪𝗏𝗡's got his strength there. He's tripped up, ball goes out. Sunderland throw in. Mandy. Can you see Nuno bringing on Potter some point soon? Do you mean Potter? I love that. Sean, good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the West Ham Network, live from Facebook. Fernandes is so good. He really, really is a quality player. Really is a quality player. Really enjoyable to watch because his game doesn't just come in those elements of quality when going forward, but the work rate he does off the ball, the box-to-box element that he does is just second to none. And that's why I done a video the other day talking about, you know, your links, and you're hearing all these rumours around relegation clauses. But see, if you remove all those links, etc., just put 2 and 2 together and look at the quality of the player he is. Clearly, he's going to be linked to some of the best clubs around the world. Really is. See if you're watching on TikTok, hit the like. Someone told me you can keep tapping it. Someone keep tapping it for us. Get those likes up. That's it. Keep doing that. I can see the hearts. Keep going. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what it does, but just do it. Please. If you're on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up. Apparently you can rattle it on TikTok. Apparently you just go blah, 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 blah. Don't be doing that. Duh. If you can, keep doing that. Boom, 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 boom. First half possession, West Ham's 55%, but suddenly in the second half, Sunderland have come out with 71% possession. 𝗪𝗏𝗡. Oh, he's fouled. Keep doing that. If you're watching on TikTok, boom, 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 boom. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up. If you're watching on Facebook, do the same as well. Yeah, those hearts. Do. We need 𝗪𝗏𝗡 to target Ballard. He is dodgy. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Ballard and he's on a yellow card, and their fullback as well was on a yellow card. He got away with that, didn't he? Sunderland have the ball though over the left hand side. Just holding my hand warmer, keep myself nice and warm. Sunderland do have the ball. West Ham have had 8 attempts to Sunderland's 3, 4 on target to Sunderland's 1. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you keep hitting the hearts, please. Keep going for it. Fresh Fielder, if you're on YouTube and you keep clicking the thumbs up, it gives you the thumbs up, then it doesn't give you the thumbs up, then it gives you it doesn't if you do it 4 times. Here comes another big throw-in coming in from Sunderland. And Ballard is a threat from that area. Cleared from Tati. Cleared from the second ball from 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗪𝗡 to chase. 𝗪𝗪𝗡's pace. I tell you what, by the way, 𝗪𝗪𝗡 nearly nipped into that, didn't he? He nearly nipped that ball away. Well done from 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗏, putting the pressure on. Oh, nearly fouls the player, but West Ham do intercept it with Wan-Bissaka. Bowen still got it. LFA. Oh, ball goes out and it's a throw in to Sunderland. LFA from Sunderland's a decent little player, isn't he? West Ham recycle though with the ball deep in our own half. Fernandez tries to take on a few of their players. A few too many. Plays the ball back into the Debo. Big ball forward. Tati tries to chase. Pablo comes in, recycles. Bowen does snatch onto it. Plays the ball into Tati. Plays the ball for Pablo. Pablo comes out with it though on the edge of the 18. He's got a lot of work to do, but he can't get around that player. Is it a good work rate? He does look tired. But a good work rate. I can see at some point potentially Pablo coming off, Wilson coming on, Tati dropping in behind, Wilson going up top. Castellanos, how many shots? I don't actually know. I think he's maybe had one off. One shot maybe. Sorry, Fresh Fielder, mate. Anton, you remember what I said last night? Yes, I did. I was just too scared to give a prediction, man. Here comes Sunderland on the counter. Shot from distance. Cleared from Todibo. Corner to Sunderland. Third corner for Sunderland to West Ham's 1. Ball whipped in, cleared from Todibo. Ball on the edge of 18. Diving header cleared from Tati. Another cross straight to West Ham. Tati down the right hand side, deep in the West Ham half. Wan-Bissaka with the overlapping run. He's got the pace, but he holds back, cuts back. Nothing on for him. Does really well. Does really well. Does really well. Still got it. Holy shit, man, he still got it. He's fouled. Ref blows up West Ham free kick. She's not touching the TV again. No chance. He is, but his work rate's been really good, and that's what I'm impressed with him, if I'm being honest with you. 𝗪𝗪𝗡 crosses it in low. Cleared from Ballard. Out for a West Ham goal kick. West Ham corner, not goal kick. Loving Tati's leadership. Dude is constantly communicating with the wings and midfielders. 100%. 100. Right, here comes a corner for West Ham. Ball whipped in. Okay, never beaten the first man again. On the edge for Fernandez. Just fires his left foot at it. But we're just not... Our set pieces, like, we're not even really giving the opposition any problem. For some reason, we can't beat the first man. I don't know if they're trying to do something. Maybe they're trying to achieve something with not trying to beat the first man. Maybe we're expecting a player of ours to be there. It's just not happening right now. Comes Sunderland from the back. Ball up over the top. Scarles watches. He does enough, gets his foot on it. 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗧 plays the ball into 𝗪𝗁. 𝗪𝗁 out wide to wan-Bissaka. 60 minutes gone. West Ham 3, Sunderland 0. 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗧 punts the ball forwards for Bowen, but nothing there. But Bowen does come in, wins that ball back for West Ham. Ball goes out. West Ham throw in. I do agree with you. Sunderland are trying to press higher and it ain't working well for them, but they are starting to press again. They've got nothing to lose though, but Scarles does well, reads that well, collects the ball, drives forward for West Ham, plays the ball forward for Tati. Heavy ball to Tati, heavy touch from Tati. He tries to bring it back to Scarles, but he can't. Be honest with you, the energy has dropped now. 𝗪𝗁 does recycle that ball. Pablo, wan-Bissaka, Fernandez, good ball. Knee flick to Tati. Bowen, 𝗪𝗁 drives onto it. He plays the ball. He carries it down to the right-hand side. Pablo's got it. He's calling for players to come in and help him. Bowen drops in, collects it. 𝗪𝗁's out on the right-hand side. wan-Bissaka, back to Fernandez, back to wan-Bissaka, wan-Bissaka to Pablo, back to wan-Bissaka, wan-Bissaka plays the ball back to Fernandez, 𝗪𝗁 plays the ball back to Konstantinos 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗧, goes for a crossfield pass, intercepted from Sunderland, ball goes out, corner. Honestly, I'm telling you now, Fernandez changed the whole dynamics of our midfield. And also, with all due respect, Paquetá not being there plays into West Ham's hands better. It really does. Ball back from a throw-in to Debo. Konstantinos 𝗪𝗲𝗧𝗧 plays the ball out to Scarles, takes a touch, plays the ball back into Dinos. Dinos sprays the ball out wide right to to wan-Bissaka. Ball forward for Bowen. 𝗪𝗁 on the halfway line, back to Bowen, back to wan-Bissaka. West Ham happy on possession here. Dinos sprays the ball over to Debo. Debo again to Scarles. Scarles forward, deflection. West Ham throw in. Greetings from Venezuela. Come on, West Ham. La Madrid, La Madrid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us from Venezuela. Love that. Scarles has been good. Scarles has been good. Lucy's in the house from TikTok. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Ball, well, West Ham recycle that with Fernandez. Ball forward for Tati. Ball sprayed out left-hand side for Pablo. Pablo holds on to it. Great ball from him to Somerville down the left-hand side. Pablo's in the box. Somerville's on the edge. He drives in. He's in the inside the 18-yard box. Ball on the edge to Tati. Shot from distance! Oh! Who was asking me, has he had a chance? Because there's his chance there. Right, if you're watching on TikTok, hit those hearts, hit those likes, go for it. Let's have a like marathon. Go. If you're on YouTube and you haven't hit the thumbs up, help us out. It does help the algorithm. It really does. Ball forward from Sunderland. Drives infield. Great interception for Fernandez. My God, Fernandez. Fernandez! Fernandez! Fernandez is top quality. Top quality. He really is. Sunderland play the ball forward. Heavy touch from him. Oh, heavy touch against Fernandez. Foul against, so it's offside against Sunderland. Free kick West Ham. There it is right there. Fernandez, mucho apreciado. 100%, mate. 100%. 100. 25 minutes to go. What are we going to see now in the second half? I just want to see West Ham. I know we're 3-0 up and I know we're comfortable. I just don't want to be too comfortable. Here comes Callum Wilson. Wilson! Wilson! I think Callum Wilson coming on is a very good decision to make with 25 minutes to go. It's gone a bit lackadaisical. But Wilson is coming on. Ball forward from Sunderland, overlapping run, ball in the box. Oh, he's unmarked. They've got one back. That's where the issue is. Honestly, it's really, really silly goal to concede again. That's just typical of West Ham doing that. And it is out of nowhere, but it's just the lack of concentration. I don't know how 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗄 loses his player. No one's there covering, but just so unmarked. Like, just lackadaisical, take the approach off the player. Bang, they come in and get a goal. And then bang, 25 minutes and we are under pressure. And it's not a clean sheet. It's not a clean sheet. Too much of an easy goal. Sunderland will just get a little bit of a vibe here and will know that they can get at West Ham. They know they can. Every team knows they can. It's just the second half just hasn't... We haven't gone at Sunderland to the level that we did in the first half. It's like we've backed up, it's like we got comfortable. 3-0 win, 3-0 up. Here comes Sunderland. 𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗘 comes out, collects, but we just need to keep our heads. Here comes Callum Wilson coming on the field. I think 𝗪𝗏𝗏 may be coming on as well. Ball forward. Pablo loses it. Tati comes in. Pablo tries to win it back. Tati's getting stuck in, man, everywhere, left, right and centre. Pablo's starting to run around like a little kind of headless chicken a little bit. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 is definitely coming on alongside Callum Wilson. I don't know if I just heard there a triple change for West Ham. No, double change. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 and Wilson. I would assume Wilson for Pablo. I'm probably assuming Scarl's 𝗪𝗏𝗏, but I think Scarl's having a good game, so I can't really work out for the life of me potentially why. Unless we're going to change shape. Big throw in coming from Sunderland. Flick on, header. Cleared from 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗃. Sunderland do win that ball back. Somerville's there. Does really well, Somerville. West Ham throw in. Let's going to see this double change and see what is going on. Whilst we're waiting for the substitutions, if you're watching on TikTok, hit those boom, 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 booms. Yeah, Pablo Wilson coming on for Pablo. And I thought, yeah, good first half from Pablo. So I would assume Tati is dropping, and Scarles is coming off. I would assume Tati will drop in to the position in behind Wilson. That's what I think. And here comes the youth for West Ham. Instead of his good old mate, Oliver Scarles. That should be the team. Boom. Just like that. Sorted for you. There's a pretty attacking move from Nuno, innit? Come on, West Ham. We need to maintain this. Try and push the ball up the field. Big cross in from Sunderland. They win the header. Areola comes out, collects routine catch. Here comes the ball with Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side. Punted forwards. Wilson. Good touch from Wilson. Ball comes out. Sunderland keeper collects it. Sunderland drive forwards. Somerville does win the ball. Referee's going to blow up a whistle. He does. And gives a free kick to Sunderland. In answer to your question, Tommy, why don't I just go to the game? You don't obviously have to answer that, but I will answer that question for you, Tommy, on TikTok. So I had a season ticket for up 10 years. Gave it up this season. A mixture of spitefulness over the owners, definitely. And then on top of that, the 3 kids, bit of a renovation on the house, and I had to take a hit somewhere. I'll always watch West Ham no matter what. But when it comes down to family, finances, etc., and I have to travel from quite a distance, because I'm not local, that's why I'm not going to a game, mate. And Tommy, why are you not at the game? I know I don't need to answer questions. But I fancied answering that one. But question to you, Tommy, is why do you not go to games? But see, to be honest with you, I'm not that bothered why you don't go to games. Here comes a ball forward from Sunderland. Second half has not been second half's not been great. We've backed off. We've probably gone in there feeling like we're a bit too comfortable, and that's allowed Sunderland to kind of stay alive in this game a little bit. But we've allowed that, in my opinion, not necessarily Sunderland's play. And they'll sniff West Ham's fear. Sunderland making another substitution. Tate coming off. And I thought he's played really well today. And it looks like Freddie Potts is coming on for Tate. Nuno just wants to try and protect that lead as much as he can. You can probably see Potts sit a bit deeper. You might see Potts drop into where Fernandez is and Fernandez go into where Potts is. Yeah, I might change that around. A lot of possession here now to Sunderland, which is what we expect. And 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧 comes out and collects it. And but this is the fear, just giving them as much as the ball. We can't just keep inviting pressure all the time. Diouf. Wild touch from 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧. 𝗪𝗁𝗡 comes out and recycles the second ball. Diouf's got it. Ball goes out. Is it West Ham throw in? It is. Ball forward from 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧. Oh, referee's blown up the whistle for a foul against Wilson. Right, I'm back. Are you still there? Are you still there?
It's not working.
Right, I'm just coming, little man. Hold on a minute, everyone. Bear with me.
Daddy, I want to watch the iPad and play Lego. I want to play 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧.
Right, hold on a second, little man.
𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧. I want to watch 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗧 on the iPad, Daddy. Freddy's iPad.
Can you all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Just quickly comment and let me know if you can hear me. I'm back. Can you hear me okay? I maybe need to check. Yeah, you can hear us. Right, cool. My internet just went down. West Ham have got a free kick. Here you go, I'm back. Push your feet, good boy. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
80 minutes in. Okay. That's just dropped, so I need to... Fernandez over the free kick. Ball whipped into the box, not cleared the first man again. Ball into the box, goes wide. We need to stop sitting deep. It's inviting the pressure all the time. Ball forward from Sunderland down the left-hand side. Ball going to get whipped in. Oh, back post. Fired all the way onto 𝗪𝗂𝘀𝗧𝗏. Another substitution from Sunderland. Oh God, he's losing the plot with his coaches. Nick, how you doing, mate? Essex boys in the house. Sunderland players losing the plot off the bench after getting substituted. First half, unbelievable. Second half, sitting back, inviting the pressure, and allowing Sunderland to think they're in the game. Sunderland aren't playing well, but West Ham's not playing well in the second half, and it's making Sunderland feel like they've got a chance. Hence the reason that they got the goal. MC Hammers in the house, good one. Ball into the mix. 𝗪𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗏 tries to... Oh, double header there from Sunderland. We're going into the last 5 minutes. Wilson on the edge. Turns. Penalty! That has got to be a penalty, ref. That has got to be a penalty. VAR will look at that. VAR will look at that. Great touch from Wilson in the edge of the box. I think VAR will look at that. The ball's still in play, so the VAR will probably, unless they have checked it already. Sunderland on the ball, coming forward, ball whipped into the box, cleared from 𝗪𝗓𝘃. Recycled from 𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗪. Drives forward, sprayed out. Oh, fucking hell. Honestly, Sunderland nearly put the ball in the back of the net. It's a cross, and I think Areola thinks it's going out, and then at the last minute has to like put his hand on it on the corner. And then spills it, hits the bar, comes out and catches the second ball. Holy shit, that was a cross, not a shot. It was going in. Oh. I haven't done any fantasy teams this year, for anyone that's asking. I have not. Oh, fucking hell. Scores 3-1 West Ham. West Ham 3. Sunderland 1. West Ham have got ourselves a free kick. Toby gifted them, everyone, 10 memberships. Thank you very much, Toby. You didn't need to. Ball whipped in from Fernandez. Right on top of the keeper. Right on top of the keeper. Thank you, Toby, my friend. Good old geese. Ball punted forward from Sunderland. Uh-oh. Xhaka's arguing with a fan in the crowd. Uh-oh. Xhaka's properly digging out a West Ham fan, and the West Ham fan's sticking up for himself. Go on, West Ham! Ball goes out. West Ham throw in. Look at 𝗪𝗓𝘃 giving a celebration. Oh. Oh, Xhaka's getting right stuck in again. Someone needs to fucking deal with that. To be fair, the size of that fan, he should be quiet. They're dealing with this issue. They've actually stopped the game because of the issue in the stands between Xhaka and a fan. And honestly, the size of the fan, I would not be messing about with him at all. If anything, Xhaka's just played into the hands of West Ham. Honestly, he has just played into the hands of the West Ham fans because now the atmosphere's gone boom. Header from Bowen. Wilson. He's done really well to play that ball out wide right for Wan-Bissaka to chase on the keeper. Keeper's had to come out. Where is that ball? I thought Souček on the halfway line. Wan-Bissaka. Ball back with Mavropanos. Faith's in the house. Go on, Faith. Do the rapid heart. Go, 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 go. Rapid heart, rapid heart, rapid heart, rapid heart, rapid heart, rapid heart. Oh, I'm still understanding this world of TikTok. Just waiting for another time. I don't know what that's going to be. Sunderland bench players should not interact with fans 100%. Hi, uncle. Hi, niece. We will be live. We will be live after the game, and we'll go live to the London Stadium as well. 𝗪𝗓𝘃 goes for a clearance, but the ball's falling back, and Todibo does clear away for West Ham. Wilson does really well. Fernandez. Ball forward for Bowen to chase. Ballard gets in, nearly puts the ball in his own net. Fucking hell. Corner West Ham. Right, what are we going to have added time? 4 minutes of added time. There you go. 4 minutes of added time. 𝗪𝗁𝗀𝗻𝗄's coming on. Ball whipped in. Oh, we miss it. Oh, I thought we were going to put it in the back of the net. Fernandez from distance. Oh, he's got the ball. Wilson! Souček going. What the fuck? Yes! Yes! I have no idea what's going on. I don't know who scored, but the referee's giving a goal. Wilson header. Oh, I don't know, is that in? It's the fact that the keeper's dropped the ball into the back of Souček. What is going on? Oh, what a shot from Fernandez from distance. The ref's giving the goal. I don't know how they're going to give this. Are they going to give this? It's because foul on the keeper. 3-1. Foul on the keeper. What a shot from Fernandez again, man. Just getting stuck in. Holy shit! Come on, you Irons. Finish this game off in style. Here comes Somerville off the field. Kilman coming on. Remember, at the end of the Matchday Live, we were going live over in the review. The review is live currently. I'm just seeing this game out over there. Oh, Wilson can latch on to something but doesn't. Ball forward for for Sunderland. We're just going to see this game out. Oh, here comes Sunderland on the attack. 30 seconds to go. West Ham recycle. Ah, good interception there from Souček. Go on, 30 seconds to go. Can we just go and get another goal? Go on, Bowen. 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 Ball goes out. West Ham throw in. Are we walking away with another one? Are we? Will we? Should we? Shall we? Won't we? Will we? Somerville off and Kilman on. Pretty bubbles in the air. United! 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 Come on, ref. Blow the whistle, son. Blow the whistle, mate. Blow the whistle, geezer. Three wins on the trot, 2 in the Premier League. We have actually won that game against Sunderland 3-1, and I'm over the moon. Oh, there goes Xhaka going off. Do you know what? Do you know who I think he's going off at? I think he's going off at the West Ham guy who runs the hospitality suites. Zaka is. Anyway, come and join us over on the review show. If you're on TikTok, we won't be going live on this part because you won't be able to hear the stuff coming live from the London Stadium, but we'll be posting videos on there soon. If you're on the Matchday Live, we'll come over to you and go live on the highlights review show. So come across, we'll go live to the London Stadium. Thank you for joining me. And of course, come on, you Iron.